It's the 28th of July 2017 and this is the Weekly Spread.
Hey guys, I'm Jason, this is Rick, and
hey guys.
Welcome back again to the Weekly Spread. And it's obviously the show designed to cover everything that's kind of happened in the pop culture world during this week. And Rick, what a week.
Mate, huge week. Absolutely huge week.
Some stuff happened and I reckon let's get straight into it.
Let's do it.
Let's talk the movies. Alright Rick, wow, big week in movies. And what really drove it actually happened last weekend at Comic-Con, where the biggest nerd, massive
congregation.
I can't even explain this thing that is Comic-Con and what it's become.
Yeah.
But what primarily they do now, especially movie studios, is they dump a lot of information for their biggest franchises that weekend. And certainly it really kicked off real early in the weekend with a trailer that I wasn't expecting to see.
Yep.
But absolutely blew me away, especially as a Generation Xer, and that was Ready Player One. Ready Player One is a new film by Steven Spielberg.
Yep.
And it's a really hard film to type of explain, except it's about a virtual reality world set in the future, where the virtual reality world is heavy on 1980s pop culture. So
Nice.
throughout, if you watch the trailer, I really highly recommend that you do yourself a favour and watch this trailer. It uses all the things that we know from 80s and 90s pop culture within the film. So you'll see like the DeLorean's in there, the Iron Giant, Freddy Krueger's in there, Laura Croft's in there, Duke Nukem, you name it. They are really going out all stops. And it's really ironic and it's a beautiful thing that Steven Spielberg, who's responsible for a lot of those movies that are being referenced in these films, in this film, is actually directing the film. So, fantastic trailer, blew me away. I can't wait to see that one. As we're talking trailers, because that's what Comic-Con really does, it shows you a lot of trailers. Justice League trailer.
How fucking good was that?
Wow, you can see a real significant change now, Rick. This is trailer 3.
Yep.
Probably the third time we see it.
Massive change.
And you can see the influence of Joss Whedon now, who's come in to finish off the film on behalf of Zack Snyder, had to leave for personal reasons. Either way, this trailer was phenomenal. Certainly, they really look great. I mean, the two highlights for me that stand out, it's got that Aquaman
How
surfing
good
an
is
alien through a building.
Bang.
That's incredible. And the Flash, Ezra Miller, who's playing the Flash, was actually really funny. I thought it really stood out to me. He had a great couple of jokes in the trailer. But we can talk about that when we see that one in November, mate. Now let's move on to the Infinity War footage that they showed. And guess what, Rick? I haven't seen it.
No,
you didn't see it because they didn't release it. But the hype is that all 6,000 people in the room at Comic-Con were blown away about what they were seeing. Some of the quotes I was seeing, you see Thanos throwing planets at people. I don't know how you're going to do that. So I don't know what more to say. I know they'll probably release a trailer to the public in the next couple of months when the CGI is probably ready. The other footage that they showed, which we haven't seen also, but I'm really excited about this film, Black Panther.
Definitely.
Comes out in February of next year, in 2018, so it's not that far away. And certainly they showed more footage of Wakanda, the titular characters, his bodyguards. It looks very kind of, well, the screenshots that I've seen, it's got this real James Bond vibe to it. I know that sounds strange, but it does. And I'm really looking forward to it.
They just released the poster for it as well, the new poster.
Yes, absolutely.
Looks good,
good pick up there, mate. Now, this isn't a trailer or any footage related, but they did announce a couple of things about Captain Marvel that's coming out.
Yep.
Captain Marvel is one of the Marvel characters that not many people know about. Her name is Carol Danvers, and she is basically one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. Anyway, just two snippets. The film is actually set in the 1990s, which for anybody who watches the Marvel films, and hopefully you guys are watching our Marvel retrospective series, which is on this channel, it's set in the 90s, so it's a real big change. And apparently, Nick Fury's in it.
Okay.
And he's got two eyes.
Oh!
So we may see what
See
happens.
what happens to his other eye.
Absolutely. So
Wow.
besides that, what else come out this week? It 3 trailer. We literally, Rick arrived at the YK Studios. He said, Jace, you've got to watch this trailer. We've watched the trailer. Scared the crap out of me. This film looks great. So anybody who's ever read the book, It, or remember the pseudo-cheesy one made in the late 80s.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
It was all
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
For what it was, yeah.
They've really gone next level with this. Really have. Looks fantastic. And out this week at the movies, Rick, I recommend you get along and see War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
That's been released. Huge buzz. I was a
Looks
massive fan of both Rise and Dawn, and this film, by all reports, is the next level again.
Looks good.
So at the end of the day, mate, get yourself to the movies. Go and see that one. If you need any more information about news, about movies or anything else, check the Facebook feed. Rick here, who controls it, mate, movie news every day. So if you're into the movies, watch us and then check that. So I reckon, Rick, that's it for me. I think it's time to talk streaming.
Streaming. Let's get on it. Beautiful. All right. Streaming. Let's get into it. Foxtel, new this week in Foxtel, Ballers Season 3.
All right.
Love it. Everyone who I guess is a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson fan, this is his series. It's on Monday nights at 9:30 on the Showcase. So basically, for those who don't know the series,
Yeah, I've actually never watched it.
you never watched it? Oh, great show. Spencer Strathmore and the boys are back to ball out in the new season, digging deeper into the extravagant high-stakes world of football in Miami, Florida. So, not mistaking football here in Australia, it's actually NFL
And
football.
what the Rock is he? A football
Rock,
player?
he was used to be a football player, but now he's into he's like a promo guy, like an agent. He's an agent.
Oh, is it for talent? Yeah,
talent like it for the
fair enough.
a bit like Jerry Maguire type setup. Yeah. Great show. Rock is phenomenal in it.
Yep.
He's funny, so and he's just it's great. So it is a really worth watching. So get on that Monday nights. What else we got now? Suits Season 7 has launched in.
Okay, another show I haven't seen.
I haven't seen Suits. No. Okay. Suits is another great show. That's on at 8:30 on the Universal Channel. It's part of the entertainment pack. This season sees the return of the dynamic duo of Harvey Spencer and Mike Ross as they take on Manhattan's corporate world. So they're just two lawyers. One of them actually at the beginning of the season is kind of like faked his way into becoming a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
He's not really a lawyer, but then they go on. And, great show. And to the guys out there, and you'll know who you are, there's a character in there that people think I look like. I totally do not look like him, but we will put that post up here as well.
All right, absolutely.
All right, Netflix. Let's get on to Netflix. Remember, it's Australian Netflix. This is a Netflix show. Ozark Season 1 has just been released.
Oh, this is a brand new,
This is a brand new show. It's just been released, so you'll be able to watch the first season. Now, it stars Jason Bateman.
Ooh,
So,
Arrested Development.
It's good. Yeah, something a little bit different, which is good to see Bateman in. So he plays a financial advisor, and he drags his family from Chicago to Missouri, Ozarks, where he must launder $500 million in 5 years to oppose a drug lord boss. Desperate times call for the family to unite, and now the family night means stacking millions of drug cash into cabinet walls. So if that gives you a bit of an idea what the show is all about.
All right.
It's a bit of a launder.
Okay,
So,
that sounds actually quite interesting.
bit of it, something a little bit different. Check it out, definitely. And what have we got? We've got a British show as well. This is something for the kids.
Okay.
We don't really talk about much for the kids. So this is a show for the kids. It's called The Worst Witch, Season 1.
Right.
Now, basically, it is after stumbling into a school for witches, a bumbling heroine comes to realise that she just might belong there. Based on Jill Murphy's beloved books, a seemingly ordinary girl is shocked to learn she might be a witch. But she's good enough to learn alongside the best. Something along the kids, more not as spanned as Harry Potter, but something for the kids to watch. So,
Fantastic.
you got
Well,
kids,
it's
get on.
good to see, Rick, that you're using your time watching The Worst Witch.
Yeah, well,
Didn't
great.
know you were a big fan, mate.
Big, massive fan. Big fan.
All right, what else is going on?
What else we got? We're going to go to
Stan.
Stan. Now, obviously, there's a lot of movies that pop up that Stan have, and obviously, it's gonna they pop up and they promote them and so forth. And the one that stood out for me was the 2006 movie called Man of the Year, which cast Robin Williams, Christopher Walken, Jeff Goldblum, Tina Fey, Lewis Black, the comedian. So it's got a pretty big range. So
Yeah.
your thoughts on the movie, Jace?
Mate, look, honestly, it's a great movie directed by Barry Levinson. And they've obviously worked back together many, many years ago, both in Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Look, it wasn't a huge film when it came out. It's kind of a bit of a middling film for him. But obviously, you watch these films again now with Robin Williams, these things take on an extra depth.
Yeah.
But it's very satirical. It's a political satire at heart.
Yeah.
And it's, it's certainly worth a watch. And look,
Something to...
at the end of the day, yeah, if you like that kind of political kind of movies, this might be right up your alley.
Yeah, so basically Robin Williams hosts like a political
show.
show.
Yeah, and as a kind of a gimmick, he decides to run for president
and
then
then
there's
he
a glitch,
gets it.
and he ends up becoming president.
So
it's absolutely. So anyway.
yeah. And my pick for Stan, they just released season 3 of Broad City. Now I absolutely fucking love this show.
Yeah.
Now this show is not for everyone. Don't get me wrong. This show is not for everyone. Season 4 will be released in August. But they've got the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal, this show. I love it. Like I said, it's not for everyone.
Yeah, well, what kind of show is it? Is it a drama, comedy?
No, it's a comedy.
Yeah,
it's a half-hour comedy. It's created by Abby Jackson and Lana Glazer.
Yep.
Now, it's basically, to put it, it's Broad City follows 2 women throughout their daily lives in New York City, making the smallest and mundane events hysterically and disturbing to watch at the same time. So it's got a lot of if you've got to put it bluntly, if you've really got a fucked up sense of humour, this is the show for you.
All right,
It is awesome. And
these
girls,
guys.
these girls started off with a web show, and then they approached the TV, and now they're on full-time show. So get on it, guys. Broad City.
Fantastic.
Definitely my pick.
Excellent. What else is there, Rick?
That's it. Let's move on. That's it for
time
that.
to talk gaming, I suppose. All right, in the world of gaming this week, there's not a lot of news, but I think there's 4 main significant things I want to touch on this week. Sure. And I suppose for the biggest news out there for first-person shooters is the new COD beta is being released in 30 days. 29 days, I believe now. This is Call of Duty World War II.
Yep.
Call of Duty World War II. So I think this has got to be the 10th to 11th iteration of Call of Duty by now. I'm old enough to remember playing Call of Duty, the first one. Certainly massively popular games. They do this every year. They release a beta. They test out the multiplayer.
Okay.
See, they get feedback from the community. So keep your eye out for that. All you hardcore first-person shooters will be well aware of that. All right, the other big news for the week, I think, too, is Nintendo Switch. Nintendo, as a console, has a lot of love from a retro perspective.
Yeah.
People they have memories of the old Nintendo systems. But some of the systems of the last probably 15 years have been hit and miss. Both the GameCube was a bit of a failure. The Wii was fantastic, but the Wii U again was a bit of a failure as well.
People got injured.
But this new Nintendo Switch, they ain't mucking around, and it's taking off by a rocket. It has sold already, since its release, 4.7 million units, which is huge, which is big business, big profit. What I really love about the Nintendo, as a real old school gamer here, Rick, is Nintendo's so different from the other consoles.
Yeah.
Where PlayStation and Xbox, they have a lot in common in the range of games they have and things like that. But Nintendo always seemed that far more, obviously family friendly, but also can be, and a true gamer will know this, they have some of the most technically difficult games to complete. Anybody who's ever played any Mario game knows that getting onto those last level can be almost impossible. So great news for Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
Another big news, everyone loves The Sims out there.
Wow,
The
that's
Sims
still going.
4. Yep, The Sims 4
Wow.
is going strong. It's now coming out on the Xbox One and PS4 in November. So,
Wow, okay.
which is pretty great. So if you're looking to create a house, have a family, and then burn yourselves to death like most people do when they play The Sims, enjoy, all right? I, for one, am not a huge fan, but enjoy. I know a lot of people are.
That's it.
I think the other big news too this week was the footage of Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Now, this is really interesting because they've kind of finished the story from the last game, Uncharted 4. So we know this footage out. I don't have confirmation of yet whether it's an add-on or a standalone game, but there has been footage released and it looks absolutely phenomenal.
Okay.
All right, that's it for gaming, mate. Not a lot of news.
Not a lot
but
for gaming, that's all right.
let's move on to music.
All right. What have we got in the way of music? Okay, let's get on it. Now, obviously, me and Jason are from Australia. We're from a little town called Adelaide. And obviously, we like to, promote people with success stories coming through Adelaide. So, Aussie producer Luke Millennium, best known for last year's remix of Stranger Things theme song.
Ooh.
And also, just going on Stranger Things, check out the new trailer as well.
The
for
season 2 trailer.
Phenomenal.
Ah,
So we'll have that
phenomenal.
on the website as well, on our website. So go check that out. He's plotted a new national headline tour to support. Has just been announced. His new EP, Come Together. The Adelaide Synth Master has locked in new shows, so he'll be performing in Brisbane, Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, and obviously his homecoming here in Adelaide as well. So check out those coming in September. So if you're into that,
Fantastic.
get into-
Actually, is this the guy that did that new Arnold song? Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he sampled him doing exercises.
Yes, yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Come
So-
on, my energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that song. I love that song.
So get on it, guys. If you're into his music, get onto it. Another announcement as well, which surprised me, was 50 Cent has announced a huge outdoor show for 2018 Australian tour. Look
Finny's
out.
back.
Finny is back. Obviously, he's trying to make some money, and
He got
he's
some
coming
debts to pay, I think.
He's got some massive debts. So 50 Cent has announced his return to Australia in 2018 to celebrate his 15th anniversary for his debut studio album, Get Rich or Die Trying. Everyone knows the album, so get out for that. Tickets go on sale. Actually, today, tickets are actually on sale now, pre-sale tickets, and then the public, they go on Thursday, the 3rd of August. So if
Wow.
you're a 50 fan, get on that. Now, just some news that came in, which has been hitting everywhere at the moment, which just kind of baffled the fuck out of me. I don't know why, how this happened, but it just did. They just finished up The Voice here in Australia, and there was a lot of rumours and speculation about Sil and Delta Goodrum.
What about him?
Well, if they were dating or what was happening. Delta's 32, and Sil is 54.
And his face is 140.
Yeah. So there's been some, So the rumor is, so basically, it's been reported that they are actually living together. Sil actually moved into Delta's LA house.
That's awesome.
Baffles me.
Do you think
seriously
when they're sitting at the
fuck knows.
table, when they first sit down, they're facing opposite direction and then they turn the chair around?
It's like, and then she sees
it's
him.
just like The Voice.
Yeah, she actually sees him in the light.
Yeah.
But it baffles me. There's a lot of things that baffle me.
Mate, good luck to the
Good luck,
kids.
Tom. That's what's hitting the news at the moment. Moving on now. I'm a massive Metallica fan, and I love that old school metal era as well. And this has come across in the news lately. Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner, the two sisters.
My brain's
launched-
going to break. You just mentioned Metallica and Kylie
Yes,
Jenner.
I know.
There are two
it's
words.
kind of just gone.
There are two things you never want to hear in the same sentence.
Yes.
Sorry, mate, but go on.
So so Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner have released last month. They released a T-shirt line. Now it actually hit a bit of controversy because what they were doing is they were getting a lot of iconic bands. For instance, James Hetfield from Metallica,
I
Ozzy
saw some of
Osbourne,
these.
Big,
Yeah.
Tupac,
Yeah.
Pink Floyd,
Yeah.
and what they were doing is they were superimposing their faces over the top of the t-shirts. So James has come out and just lost his shit at Adam in an interview, saying it's disrespectful, which it is. Just think before you do it, girls. And obviously, it's come off.
Well, they're claiming it's a homage, and mate,
It's not. That's not a homage. It's you got a picture of James Hetfield, and then you put another picture of Kylie Jenner or Kendall on it. It's just not. You're not paying respect to them.
Well, the irony of the t-shirt, you're putting someone with no talent.
Yeah,
superimposing over the faces of people.
These guys have been
clearly
around,
have talent.
A long time. 36 years or more. So they've all built up their careers. They don't need these two little bitches coming along and doing what they're doing.
Rick,
so.
I've got to say, mate, I want that to be the last Kylie Jenner story we ever.
Yeah, if they don't come across Metallica again, we're all good. But that wraps up for music.
Well, I think that also wraps it up for the show,
wraps up
Rick.
the show, mate. So
thanks, guys, for joining us on the weekly spread again. Now, Rick, what do these guys need to do if they want to contact us?
So if you like what you saw on today's show, please subscribe on the YouTube channel button. And also, if you like to follow us all on our social media sites, we've always got up-to-date on music, TV shows, music, everything. So follow the site as well.
Yes, definitely. Fans of pop culture, get on the Facebook feed. Yep. It's absolutely phenomenal, the amount of information that we put on there. Yep. And we'll keep you up to date. We're the one-stop shop for your information.
That's right.
So follow us, unfollow the rest of them, and you'll get all the information you need. Well, until next week, Rick.
That's it, mate.
Thanks for doing another show with me.
No, it's awesome.
And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.